I'm scared it might end. I hate the feeling when you're out of love. In love, in love, in love. When you're out of love. In love, in love, in love. I just hope you, I just hope you, I just hope you feel what I feel.
Welcome back to the Give and Go. I'm your coach Reynoso here with my boy
Soltero. What's up, guys?
Oh, that game got me bleeding, bro. That game got me bleeding, man. After how physical it was, bloodshed everywhere, bro.
Bloodshed. Griezmann with a cut on his head.
Bro. I'm feeling a little dizzy right now, bro. What a game between France and Austria that saw bloodshed and saw Mbappe go off with what looked like maybe a broken nose. Griezmann cracking his head wide open and coming back onto the pitch. And ultimately, France winning 1-0 at the demise of Austria.
I think the thing that's really stands out for me is just this Mbappe narrative. Obviously, it ends terribly with him, I guess, breaking his nose. I'm not sure if it's been confirmed or not, but it looked really, really bad. And if that is the case, that's going to be interesting for him going forward in this tournament. But beyond that, I mean, he missed two huge chances in this match. One in the first half where he elected to go near post, where we usually see him go classically far post because he's got such a good whip when he kicks it with his boot. And then the more obvious miss in the second half where it's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He has the entire goal to pick a spot for, and he clears it wide. Yeah. It was bizarre, man. And I guess Mbappe's in his head at the Euros. That's what this means, bro, because we're talking about one of the best finishers in the game right now, one of the better players, especially when he dons that French jersey, and he just looked terrible today from that finishing perspective, and in situations where we almost always see him put the ball in the back of the net.
Be honest, how much would you have been willing to bet that second shot goes in? Like, let's be honest. Let's look at assets. Would you be willing to bet your house, your apartment, a car, a soccer ball, a jersey? Yeah. How much would you have comfortably bet that he would have scored that goal? Because I'm curious to know.
Dude, if you show me a still of the situation that he was in and you say, does Mbappe make or miss this? I would sell everything I own and be like, yeah, I'll give you my everything, bro. I'll give you my family too, bro. I'd give you my dog, bro. I'd be like, look, Mbappe's finishing that opportunity that he had today against Austria. But no, dude, it didn't even get blocked. Yeah. He missed it.
He missed, bro. Mbappe sold it.
It's just crazy, bro.
Let's acknowledge the super chat here from the Oven Thief, $5. This is the YouTube algorithm does you guys dirty. You deserve way more views. This is my favorite show on YouTube. Keep up the Euro grind. Thank you,
bro.
Friend.
Thank you.
That's all love, and shout out to your name. The Oven Thief is a crazy name.
The Oven Thief.
Let's talk about this game though, because France, similar to England yesterday, just didn't show out the way that I was hoping to see them show out in the first match of the Euros. They got the result. They got the clean sheet. They had their opportunities to extend the lead. But overall, man, I thought they looked shaky offensively and some really weird decision-making in that final third. But it's the defense that comes through for them and ultimately shuts down this feisty Austria side that almost had a chance there at getting a draw, but just ultimately couldn't find the back of the net.
You summed it up perfectly there, because for France offensively, they just were not in sync. When there was a run to be made, they didn't make a run. When they were trying to knock the ball in the final third, they couldn't string more than 3 passes. They honestly succumbed to that Austrian pressure, and it just wasn't fluid for France going forward. I was very disappointed with the lack of fluidity in that final third. The midfield was fine, and I think the only high point you can really get out of this game from a French perspective is that back line. They were unstoppable. When you have a guy like Jules Koundé as a right back, he's unstoppable. He's going to have that wing on lock, and the rest of the back line was just as good. They were perfect, and it's why Austria really couldn't get into the game into the second half, because once Austria had the ball and they tried to go forward, they were met with that French wall, and they just could not find a way past it. Austria themselves, I thought, had a decent game. They played very well. They played the way we expected them to, right? Which is with that classic press in the midfield, make it really hard for their opponents to be comfortable on the ball. And then when they do win it, immediately go. They play the exact way that they have been playing, but France's defense truly is elite.
Yeah, no, it's good. And bro, can you guys hear me, by the way? Mic check. Can you hear me? Let me know in the chat, because I'm seeing chats right now that my mic is off. Let me know, bro, because I gotta say my shit. I gotta be expressive. I gotta let y'all know what I think. Can you hear me? Yes, I'm getting yeses now. I appreciate it. Thank God, bro. I can't believe I'm getting silence on this podcast, bro. Producer Red has a fucking agenda, man. Let me talk, man. I feel like Kevin De Bruyne. Let me talk, bro. Let me talk. N'Golo Kante.
Yep.
N'Golo Kante.
Yep.
Good Lord, bro. Looks as fresh as ever. What a performance.
Yeah, no, what a performance.
Just throw it to you first, right there.
Dude, right? Honestly, great to see him, because I'd only see him in the AFC Champions League like one time this whole year. But beyond that, he was perfect today, truly. When it looked like Austria could get going on the offensive, it was either a defender or it was N'Golo Kante who stopped any sort of Austrian attack. He was absolutely phenomenal. It was crazy. It really did make me remind me of the fact that, dude, they missed him a year and a half ago at the World Cup, because maybe Argentina don't score as many goals if he's in that midfield.
Dude, the form, it's just surprising. He's playing in Saudi Arabia. I was a little questionable. 33 years old, his age too. I didn't surprised to see that he's a little bit up there in terms of age. But he just showed out, man, today. I thought, in my opinion, man of the match for France today, getting this result just back and forth everywhere on the pitch. Every time Austria had some sort of offensive opportunity, it was my boy N'Golo Kante. They say the world is covered by 70% water. The rest is covered by N'Golo motherfucking Kante. What a performance. Congratulations to him, seeing him once again. I'm excited to see what N'Golo Kante can do throughout this entire tournament because he's going to have the keys to that midfield defensively. He's going to have that guard up. It's just so fun to watch him, especially when he's playing the way he did today. Chat, let me know, what did you think about this performance, France versus Austria? Overall outlook still, though, I'm curious to know because yesterday we talked about how England had a shaky start to their Euros campaign, but we still consider them title contenders. Is it the same thing here for France ultimately?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, defensively, they were perfect. Austria had a lot of the ball, by the way. Let's not forget that. And they couldn't craft anything concrete. But it wasn't due to their lack of ability. It was due to France's defense, truly. And it's the same thing with that England game against Serbia. England's defense actually showed out. And you have to be able to scrap and keep your opponent at bay if you want to make deep runs in major tournaments. So defensively, France definitely look like a title contending team. And here's the thing, bro. Realistically, if Mbappe was just slightly more in form, and same thing could be said about Thuram and Dembele, France could have scored 3 or 4 goals today.
They could have. No, absolutely. Especially Mbappe.
Yeah.
Mbappe is one that pisses me off. As for Dembele, man, I mean, it's just classic Dembele. I'm a little frustrated with him, bro. I saw him be so wasteful today. So wasteful. He gets so many opportunities, and he can start an attack off really well. The way he ends it, though, always leaves me wanting more. And, yeah, sometimes you'll get that one chance where he finally has a beautiful world-class moment where he gets a nice assist or goal, but it just isn't consistent enough for me. I need him to be a lot more sharp in this tournament. And after what I saw today, I'm a little worried about his performance because I just saw him to be way too wasteful in this game. And Thuram as well, I think he could be a lot better too.
Yeah, just the entire France front four, even Griezmann, man. A lot of Griezmann's crosses were under hit. His decision making was off today. France lacked a lot of fluidity going forward. I don't think any of the front four had a good game today.
Yeah. Hus Jaber says Dembele is a hit and miss. It's like a scratch-off lottery ticket. It really is with Dembele. Let's look at some of these super chats all the way up top. One more, please. We have one from Hus Jabers up top. Hus Jaber says France needs to figure it out in the group stage. I agree. I think France and England need to get their momentum going, but let's not overreact here either. They both got 1-0 results, clean sheets. They got 3 points. Yes, a little bit of a shaky start, but I think both teams are still looking very well and looking towards becoming title contenders in this tournament. So I'm not that worried.
Yeah.
What else do we have here from our super chats? We have Alejandro Tiburcio saying, who was better, France or Austria?
I honestly think this game was pretty 50-50. France crafted more clear-cut chances. Because of that, I have to say that France was better. They also kept a clean sheet very fairly. So France was better, but only by a small margin.
Only by a small margin.
Austria played great.
Austria played great, and that's what I'm thinking because there's Netherlands and Poland in this group. Netherlands defeating Poland. I think losing 1-0 to France isn't the worst thing.
Yeah.
It's not the worst thing. I see them getting better throughout this tournament. And ultimately, I think losing 1-0 is going to favor them at the end with goal difference as well. I have Austria getting out in third place out of this group, and it's because of a result like this where they didn't get trashed by this French team. I'm interested to see how France performs against Poland and also how Austria performs against Netherlands specifically.
Yeah,
Can they get 3 points out of that match?
Yeah, especially if you consider that the Netherlands do let goals in kind of no matter who they play. Austria, I think, could have a really good chance to beat the Netherlands. But Netherlands' offense looks really good too, so that's going to be a banger.
Yeah, guys, what's going on with Mbappe? Why doesn't he have a single Euros goal? Dominates the World Cup, 4 goals away from becoming World Cup all-time goal scorer. Not a single goal in the Euros, man.
I'm telling
Maybe
you,
it is harder.
It's in it. Oh, shit, man. Yeah, for real, bro. No, he's in his head. It's crazy. Like, I think that's what it is. Dude, the way he missed that chance, I can't get over it. I really can't. It was so blatantly open for Mbappe to score that second chance that he had in the second half, and he just missed it.
Yeah.
He's in his head.
He's in his head. Crazy Gamer says Euro curse. Pablo Montalvo says he's choking. He says he's a PSG merchant, says Ant. I mean, we got the jokes flying through. You might as well get them off now because Mbappe doesn't leave many open moments for banter because he's usually killing it. But this time he is looking off. Only person missing more chances is Lukaku right now. Let's look at this super chat. What do we have from El Rey Velez down below? El Rey Velez says, just showing love to the podcast. My favorite. I think France will ultimately win. Thank you so much, El Rey Velez. I'm hoping your middle name is Reynoso. El Reynoso Velez. That'd be awesome. But thank you so much for the support, man. We're out here providing the best analysis that we can give as well as entertainment. So thank you guys so much. We're out here waking up early for these games. It's about to get crazier for the Copa America. So thank you, my friend. Thank you for real for the support.
It's going to get fun with the Copa coming in.
Really, really fun. Let's move on to the next game.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's talk about Belgium versus Slovakia, where we got one of two big upsets. Chat, let me know, what was your reaction to Belgium losing to Slovakia in their first game of the tournament? This Belgian side starting this tournament off hot in terms of headlines, in terms of drama, losing to Slovakia, with Slovakia surprising 6 minutes into the match off of a terrible Lukaku mistake, handing the ball off, and ultimately it's Ivan Schranz with a nice finish that at the moment looked offside, but then upon replay was clearly on. Slovakia gets the lead, and they never lose it, man. 2 goals disallowed for Belgium after that, but ultimately, man, Slovakia outplayed Belgium.
I could not believe the margin on that goal, though. I was certain it was offside at first glance, but obviously you see the lines, and it is perfectly onside. But what a massive goal, and what a massive victory for Slovakia. They made Euro history. This is actually the biggest upset in European history through FIFA rankings. So it's the biggest differential. It's the biggest differential. Yeah. So Belgium are 3 and Slovakia are 48. So 45 places separate the two on the FIFA rankings table, and Slovakia actually win. This wasn't just a draw. They got 3 full points. Belgium have 0 after playing this game. It's actually a ridiculous result. But bro, the only thing I can think of is Belgium might actually be cursed. They're cursed, bro. Because let's go through exactly what happened in this match, and it is ridiculous that Belgium could not get a goal in this match. I mean, 3 minutes in, you have Doku doing what he does, using his pace. He finds Kevin De Bruyne, stretches to find Lukaku, point blank shot. Point blank, just put it on either side of the keeper, but he puts it right at Dubravka. Dubravka does well to stay strong, but that easily could have been a goal. 2 minutes later, Doku does the same thing, and there's another chance on goal. It's a little bit harder. Lukaku gets slipped in, but the defense does well to pressure him. Then there was 2 disallowed goals, bro. 2 of them for Belgium, and obviously no controversy here. Just one was offsides, and the other one was a Lois Openda handball. That moment was crazy because when Belgium scored that goal, it was set for them to actually complete the comeback. They had 10 minutes left, and I think they would have gotten that second goal. But no, it was a handball. And you just look at the way that this game panned out. Belgium had so many chances. They had so many moments where they broke through the Slovakian defense, but it didn't end in anything, bro. Slovakia kept a clean sheet in this match. Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous. And there's just so many moments in this game where Belgium should have done just so much better. But honestly, I want to turn the praise over to Slovakia, because what a defensive game and display that they put on. What an absolute result for Slovakia, because they were incredible.
Yeah, their midfield too. Labaka cooked, Skriniar was cooking. Everybody was cooking for Slovakia, but for Belgium, bro, not surprised.
That's the thing.
Not surprised.
They cursed, bro.
And that's the most disappointing part, that a team this good with the names that they have can lose like this and just leave you like, all right, makes sense. Seen this before. Literally, like shit for shit, like not for shit. It's a flashback of what we've seen before from this Belgian side in major tournaments. So it doesn't surprise me, man. The comments are going off. La caca. Lormelo Lakaka showing an incredible performance today, being wasteful in front of goal. And then that Openda handball, that one got me, because obviously I've been rooting for Openda's appearance on this team and pushing for him to get minutes. Got his opportunity, had a really beautiful assist in what I thought was going to be a great goal. But then that handball, after seeing like that radar that they had on screen, which is crazy. Chad, did y'all see that radar that the Euros used to determine the handball? It was nuts, man. It was like a graph, like a map of like kind of detecting the handball, I guess. Yeah. Really interesting, but
really weird.
They were the right calls, man. They were the right calls. And Belgium, just the scenes. Kevin De Bruyne disappointed walking off once again. I'm like, bro, I've seen this. Yeah. I've seen this before. It's so shameful. And I saw a tweet that had me thinking, is this the biggest waste of a golden generation that we've ever seen?
That's why I'm claiming curse here, because there's absolutely no reason why Belgium haven't succeeded at this point, and there's no reason that they should have lost this game. It's so disappointing. And there's two things that really stand out for me when it comes to this performance specifically for Belgium. One, the body language of the entire front four. Lukaku, Leandro Trossard, Kevin De Bruyne, they were just pointing fingers once they realized that they were going to struggle against Slovakia. I'm like, guys, just keep it together. It's unity, be collective. Try and figure this out. It's not going to be easy. It doesn't matter that Slovakia is one of the weaker teams here. Figure it out. You're Belgium. You have the class, the talent. But now, dude, the body language was terrible. And the second thing, Belgium's defense, especially in that first half, sus as fuck.
Bro, that's what we...
Sus.
Sus is funny. That's a funny one.
It's not going to work.
No, I agree. That's exactly what we previewed, though.
Yeah.
Remember, was that they have a really good attack. They have really promising actions up front. But defensively, the gap could not be bigger, bro. Carrasco is starting at a fullback position in 2024, man.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? And Wout Faes, for as much effort as he gives, I just don't think he's that leader at the back that you need to guide your team. And Castagna, I barely saw him today, bro, honestly. I think the Belgian defense is definitely the worst part about them. They did nothing to help their team today.
Dude, nothing. Then that first half, or when it was going towards halftime, the last 15 minutes of that half, it was looking like Slovakia were going to get another goal. And that would have been absolutely shocking. But it's because of Belgium's back line. They had absolutely no interest in applying pressure to the ball. So when Slovakia would take it forward, which they did very well in doing so, by the way, they had a lot of time. They got to pick their moments, be like, all right, I'm going to pass it century. Or no, I'm going to go long and find my winger. They were given the time because Belgium refused to get tight on them. It's just really poor. So poor in so many aspects for Belgium. It's so disappointing, but you're right. I think quality-wise, it's not there in that back line. Yes, they had a better second half, but if this was a better offensive team than Slovakia, this Belgium team might get cooked in this tournament.
The Alexi Lalas yesterday compared England to the Dallas Cowboys because of the attraction that they are, the fact that everybody tunes in, and then the results that happen afterwards. But seeing Belgium disappoint time and time again, bro, that gives me the Dallas Cowboys feeling, man, of a really strong team just disappointing. And the thing is, not being surprised afterwards. That's what I think is what ultimately links this Belgian side to the Dallas fucking Cowboys, man. I'm not surprised whatsoever. Let's look at some of these chats. What do we have? Fedorman Sports says Slovakia's performance was 9 out of 10. An amazing job having to keep Lobotka, the border crosser, at bay. Belgium didn't have a bad game, though. They did well enough for a 6 out of 10, says Fedora Sports. What else do we have here? They are like the OKC Thunder for sure. So much talent and so much disappointment. Let's see what else we have. Johnny says, La Caca is cursed. He got 2 goals disallowed and missed a great chance. I will say, bro, in major tournaments, he has some of the most fascinating performances.
Yeah.
So fascinating, bro. Like games where he has 5-6 opportunities and either falls short or they get world-class saves or like crazy goal line saves or they get disallowed. He's must-watch TV. I'll give Lukaku that. He's like Tony Romo, since I'm going off the fucking Cowboys. Dude, you have to watch him because crazy shit happens when Lukaku is on the pitch for this Belgian side. I would like Slovakia, but a Slovak girl just screwed me over, says Carlos Garcia. Getting personal with it. God damn, bro. Belgium was missing their star keeper. They are, but he doesn't want to be part of this team after being denied captainship by Tedesco, so it makes sense. Jay Patel says Openda should have came on after the half. They needed to mix something up. I agree with that. I like what I saw from Openda. I just think he came on a little too late. And overall, this Belgium team has a lot to work on because, man, losing 1-0 to Slovakia is not the start needed when many people, including us, thought they would ultimately top this group. What a disappointing result for them. And what a historic result for the Slovakia fan base. Amazing, amazing result there for them. And now they're in contention for getting out of this group, bro. I had them in 4th place.
Yeah, the coach before the match, Calzona, he was saying, look, if we play really well, we'll get a good draw out of this. They won. So now things are looking incredible for Slovakia. Just get a draw and you basically guarantee a round of 16 appearance, which is ridiculous. But there's so many names that played so well today. You already said Lobotka. I want to highlight the left back, Hransko, I believe is Hransko, something like that. My God, what a defensive performance that he put on today, locking down Doku, and then when he switched sides, locking down Trossard. And then he had that major goal line clearance when Bakayoko came on, and he just shot it straight towards goal, towards an open goal. But It was Hanksko who was there to keep it off of the line. What a block, what a moment. And it kept Slovakia again still with a clean sheet.
Yeah.
This was a crazy game. There were so many crazy moments, man.
Captain Crunch Guy says Lukaku is the Higuain of Belgium. Eddie Fifi says, so far the refs are doing an amazing job. I agree. No complaints.
European refs. I've had this saying for years now. European refs are so much better than anywhere else in the world.
100%. They've been amazing. And shout out to you guys for the. Oh, we have another one. Danny Dudon says, if France folded, it's because the Champs fucked them. Too good and too much depth to not see the final. Masked Mbappe loading like number 6 LeBron. That's true though. Mbappe's gonna come back with a mask, like Kyrie, like these basketball players that we've seen do the same thing when they have a nose injury. I just hope he comes back with better mentality.
Well, the thing that's why I'm actually scared and upset about this, because if he does come back with a mask, it never works out in football, man. Like players, they just don't have the same field of vision. It's awkward. It doesn't work. Players who have masks never are able to perform well. So if Mbappe has a mask, then it's going to suck. It's going to suck for everybody, because obviously you want to see Mbappe at his best. If he has a mask on, he will not be at his best.
Man, I just can't think of any players that have worn a mask, I'm going to be honest. Anybody?
Son.
Heung-min Son did wear that. Yeah, he did. He did. It looks cool. Gavardiol wore a mask. Folks, let's move on to the next game, because we had Slovakia upsetting Belgium, but then we had an even crazier result, I would say, with Romania not just beating Ukraine, spanking this Ukrainian side 3-0. More impressed with Slovakia or more impressed with Ukraine or with Romania?
I guess performance-wise, Romania, because pretty much for the majority of the game, they dominated it. This was a really intriguing match to start, because the first 25 minutes, it was all Ukraine, actually. Tsigankov was looking very dangerous. So was Mudryk on the other side. And Dovbyk was acting as the perfect target man. Every time the ball got out wide or it was through centrally, the Ukrainians knew exactly who to give it to, and it was Dovbyk. He was making really good runs, and he was being a nuisance to the defenders of Romania. But after that 25-minute mark, bro, Romania just turned it on, and they started to apply a really good midfield press. And in that moment, there was a ball over the top, and they had a little bit of threat. 2 minutes later, in the 27th, 28th minute, it was that same press that forced Lunin to make a really bad error trying to pass out of the back. Dennis Mann finds Nikolai Stanciu, who puts in a banger, a screamer of a goal, and it was Romanian ecstasy at that moment.
Yeah, ecstasy, a sea of yellow looking like Villarreal out there, bro. Yeah. Just celebrating like crazy after. Look, I'm not even going to debate this, because I usually ask this question at the end of the day. Goal of the day right there.
Goal of the day. Goal of the day.
And low-key, a nominee for goal of the Euro so far. Yeah. Stanciu top bins off of Lunin's mistake. Lunin had a bad day. He had a bad day, and I think whoever he was, praying to, whoever was paying for a great season with Real Madrid, finally let that magic go. It finally left his body, because today we saw him make not one but two mistakes that ultimately did lead to goals. The second one just going under him completely. I thought he should have had that save, man. He should have had that save, and then playing from out of the back in the first goal, that was also partially his fault, but honestly, the goal, the finish was just incredible, man. What a beautiful, beautiful goal. I cannot give that goal enough love, because I lost my shit once I saw it. And it kind of worked like a boxing match, bro. Like, that was a knockout punch.
Yeah.
Because from the moment they got that goal,
it was over.
Romania looked different, and then they had Ukraine bobbled, dude. Like, completely bobbled, a little dizzy, if you would say. And they looked shook for, like, the following rest of the half. So much so that Romania got a second and a third back-to-back, and by then, the game was done. But it was so reminiscent of a boxing match where you just got completely stunned, completely surprised by a knockout punch, and could never recover.
Dude, great analogy, because
Thank you, bro.
Because after they got that goal, you're right, Ukraine had zero response for the rest of the match. And that's why ultimately I'm very disappointed with Ukraine, because they could not adapt to the physical pressure that Romania applied to them. And once Romania applied that pressure, they just got stronger and more confident. And they ended the match basically playing against boys, bro. Like, Ukraine got completely bodied in this match. It wasn't even a contest at the start of the second half, especially since Romania got 2 early second half goals. But Dennis Mann with 2 assists, Stanciu with so far goal of the tournament. And I just want to really highlight that moment, because Stanciu's been one of the best Romanian players over the last 8 years. He captains this side. For him to get a goal like that, beautiful. And obviously the crowd was, in that moment just roaring when he got that goal. It was such a beautiful moment. Gave me goosebumps. And to see Romania finish the game winning 3-0, my goodness. Romania is real.
Oh.
They're real.
Yeah, they're real, man. They have real people. They have a real country. They have real government and everything. Yeah, they're real. They affirmed that today. But you know what else is real? Their defense is real. And that was questionable because seeing how they qualified to the Euros through qualification, they only allowed 5 goals throughout all of qualification. But I was like, is that real? Is that true? I think after today, I'm at least a little bit more leaning towards the side of, damn, dude, they might be the real deal defensively because, as Michael Talks Football says, Dragunsin was a beast today. And honestly, their entire backline was just so good. Everyone was on the same page, and they shut down the Ukrainian attack. The best we saw was in those first 20 minutes, but then afterwards, Ukraine couldn't do anything, bro. They couldn't do anything. So I'm interested to see how they handle Belgium and how they handle Slovakia in this group defensively, but what I'm seeing so far, I am so impressed with. Johnny says Romania outclassed Ukraine, scoring 2 banger goals and playing great defense today. If Romania can't keep playing like this, I think they can get minimum 2nd place in their group. And that's what's crazy, bro. At the end of match day 1, or round 1 rather, for this group, Belgium is at the very bottom and Romania is at the top.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Actually, Ukraine's at the very bottom. My fault. I forgot about goal differential. But regardless.
But either way, it ends up being Romania after such a good game. 3-0. I honestly couldn't believe it because, again, the game started so interestingly for Ukraine. But to really highlight that defense, one of the reasons why I absolutely love football is the different archetypes you can have for the same position. Because think about a couple of days ago where it was Calafiori and Bastoni, Italy's center backs. Some of the most technical center backs in the game. But you can get the exact same high-level play, and you get that in Romania with Dragushin and his partner center back. But those guys aren't necessarily technical. They're bruisers, bro. They're bouncers of center backs. They're insane. They approach the game so much more physically, but they're just as good. Yeah. That's why I love football, because there's a million different ways to approach the same position, and you get so many different styles, Romania, Italy, but they can both lead to victory, as we saw today with Romania destroying Ukraine 3-0.
Chad, what's producer Rudd doing? What's going on? What happened, guys? Does he have an agenda today? He tried to get me early in the... What's going on? Producer Rudd could beat Belgium. What happened, bro? Bro, producer Rudd still has a hangover from his B-Day party, bro. What happened? You hit the intro button. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna need to talk to producer Rudd, all right? I'm gonna need to talk to producer Rudd. He's got an agenda today. My goodness. Romania. Dark horses? Are you willing to give them that?
Not yet, because I need to see them play against a team that can actually mark up to them defensively.
So we think then Ukraine disappoints as that dark horse title that we were maybe going to get to them. They're not even there then.
I think it's more so Ukraine's just not there. They can still bounce back and get out of this group because they do have the offensive weapons, but I don't think Ukraine can go far in this tournament. I need to see Romania play against a better team. Ultimately.
And Slovakia, do they fall in the dark horse category? Let me know, chat.
Also, no, because in the second half, Slovakia didn't even get into Belgium's final third, right? So,
and looking at the goal they scored, it was low-key given to them.
It was given.
It was. I think I would actually consider Romania more of a dark horse threat as of right now than Slovakia.
Indeed.
But I think both teams they're getting closer. I need to see a second performance that matches the energy we saw today to be fully convinced. But they're definitely there as like potential dark horses because the ones that we've chosen so far have all lost. Austria, Hungary, and obviously context matters. But still, the teams that got the results have been the ones that have completely shocked us, with Slovakia and Ukraine getting honestly the first upsets of the tournament so far.
Yeah.
And so I'll go through my end of day questions here, but goal of the day, we already said, stain shoot, easily the goal of the day. No debate there. Show love in the chat for that goal.
For real.
But performance of the day. What player put in the best 90 minutes today? Is it Stain Shoot getting the goal of the day and the performance of the day? Can he get the double today?
Right.
Or is it Kante who put in a masterclass in that midfield, a vintage performance from Kante? Is it... Let me see.
Dude, this is tough because
Laborca?
you could give it to Dragushin or his partner in center back because they were absolutely vicious defensively. You could give it to Kante because he was everywhere, and ultimately it was that defense that got France the 3 points, not necessarily their offense. Or you could give it to the entire 11 of Slovakia. They kept a clean sheet. That's ridiculous considering how many chances Belgium had. I don't know. I don't think there was truly a standout performance today. There was really good collectivity and unity, though, in those Romania and Slovakia victories.
Man of the match is Mbappe's brainworm.
Dude, for real, he got in there, man.
He shut his ass down,
Yeah.
bro. Had him leaving the pitch at one point. I want to go Kante. Let me have some fun. Let me go Kante, bro. I just love seeing Kante perform like that, and I just feel so safe seeing France approach this Austrian side with Kante in the midfield and seeing that he was ready to go 100% like he usually is. Shout out to Kante. I'm seeing shouts for Skriniar, Dragusin. I'm seeing a shout for, actually a lot for Skriniar. Okay, Skriniar is also very much deserving of that as well. Then the last award to give for the day, game of the day. What ends up being the game of the day? France defeating Austria 1-0. Belgium getting upset by Slovakia 1-0. Or is it Romania dancing all over the Ukrainians and winning 3-0? What's the game of the day, guys?
For me, it's got to be Slovakia-Belgium. It really does. Just because there were so many crazy moments in that game. The disallowed goals. And I could have sworn that Openda chance was going to be counted. Yeah. But once you see the replay, you're like, holy shit, it's still 1-0 to Slovakia. And the fact that Slovakia got an early goal, even though Belgium almost scored before that, that game was nuts, man. So I'm definitely going to go Belgium-Slovakia game of the day.
Yeah, it's close. For me, it's close between Belgium and Slovakia and the Romania-Ukraine. But the thing about the Romania-Ukraine game is that it was done by the 60th minute, so that 1-0 lead that Slovakia had was always in contention, and I like the drama that Belgium brings, bro. It's must watch TV, and I low-key kind of like seeing them disappoint. I'm getting used to it, something I look forward to. So I'm actually going to meet you there, Belgium, Slovakia. I'm seeing mainly shouts for Belgium, Slovakia, and Romania, Ukraine. Not many for France, Austria, because ultimately that was a UFC match, the way the chat is saying. That was a UFC match with so much blood.
Got bloody,
that should have been on pay-per-view, man. Poland over Austria, Belgium over Slovakia. Love it. Okay, let's preview tomorrow's games then, because we have the last remaining action for the first round of the Euros. Yeah. And finally, we have Portugal playing and Turkey versus Georgia. And we get a little bit of a break here. We get to sleep in a little bit more with only two matches happening. The first one at 11 a.m. Central, Turkey versus Georgia. To preface, remember what I said, folks. If Turkey makes it past the round of 16, I will go to Turkey and get a fucking hair transplant, man. I'm not fucking playing. I actually am. But I'm not fucking playing, dude. I want to see how this Turkish team shows up to this tournament against the debutants of the Euros, Georgia, and then Portugal facing off against Czech Republic. For Turkey, Georgia, what do you guys think will happen? Who will win this game? The poll is already up. Soltero, who are you going with in this match?
I'm going Portugal. Obviously, you look at their squad; they're absolutely stacked.
Turkey? You said Portugal.
What game did you say?
Turkey, Georgia.
Oh, Turkey, Georgia. My bad. Obviously Turkey, because they had a really good qualification, but I'll be curious to see how they win this match, because for Turkey, it's all about chemistry and being in sync. If they win this game just by scrapping, I won't really have high hopes for them of, making it past the round of 16. For Georgia, though, I'm really excited to see this team. This is their debut on the European stage. What a moment for the players, especially what a moment for the fans. I hope they have fun. I hope the players just say, you know what, fuck it. Let's just go out there, play our Georgian football. And who knows, maybe they can keep it tight. I would love that for them.
I'm praying on the Turkish downfall. So if the earlier it could end, the better. Okay. I'm going Georgia.
Hell yeah.
I'm going Georgia, man. What I saw today showed me that we can get any result in the Euros now. It's wide open now. The magic is in the air. If you won, if you're feeling good on the day, you can ball out. Kvaratskhelia, I want to see him show that passion for his side, and the energy from these Georgians is going to be incredible. I'm going Georgia gets a victory here, but obviously the chat is going to side with the more favorable option, which is Turkey at 70%, Georgia at 30%. Hey, that makes sense to me. It makes sense to me, honestly. Then the last match is Portugal facing off against Czech Republic. Chat, let us know in the poll, who do you have winning this game? Portugal versus Czech Republic. This Portuguese side looking to be a title contender.
Title contenders, they're absolutely stacked. They had a perfect European qualification. Ronaldo was their highest goal scorer. They also have players like Rafael Leao, Bruno Fernandes. Their defense looks to be pretty good too. You have Diogo Costa in between the sticks. He's a really good goalkeeper. This team is destined for a deep run in this tournament. They have to get off to a stylish start, just as the other big favorites have in this tournament so far. So you got to say Portugal win this match, but Czech Republic, I think, will give them hell.
Damn, I'm interested to see what this Czech Republic side looks like, because I just don't really know, man.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I think I project them to be one of the weaker teams in the Euros, but I just want to see, are they a little bit more feisty than I expect, and can they show up against this Portuguese side? And then for Portugal, it's the same question I had for England and France. Can they dominate the way that we saw Germany do in their first game, or are they going to show signs of, maybe needing a few games to pick up that energy?
Yeah.
But I do expect Portugal to win this game. Portugal at 90% in the chat. Czech Republic at 10. Let's look at some chats. Let's look at some super chats. Let it talk to us, chat. What y'all got? Let me talk to y'all for a little minute as we close out this episode. Danny Duran, in response to your take regarding players wearing masks, says, of course, the Atleti fan contradicting my take because he believes that masked players play better. So therefore, a little bit of an Atleti Madrid rivalry happening. I'll stay out of this. I'll stay out of this one, man.
No comment. I just don't like the mask in football. I just don't like it.
Luis Melo, our boy.
Also, fuck Madrid.
Hey, we're international now. We're international now. Hey, careful with that. Luis Melo, love the podcast as always. How do you rate the summer of football so far? 10 out of 10 for
bro.
me. 10 out of 10, man.
Dude. I'm telling you, I said this last time. The games are insane, man.
Yeah.
Again, the Romania game just had me off of my seat. Slovakia, Belgium was a nutty game, and we saw just a really brutal match. France, Austria, there's so many big moments. And I saw a comment earlier that was saying 27 goals, 27 different goal scorers. No one scored more than No one scored more than one goal in one game so far. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Whoa.
Man.
That's actually incredible.
It's incredible. And Germany scored 5 in there.
It scored 5. Danny Duran says, Arda Güler and CR7 show up big for their nations, therefore saying that Turkey will win in Portugal. I'm interested to see how Arda Güler, at such a young age, commands that midfield for Turkey. I hope he balls out, bro. The stage is there for him now because at Real Madrid, he never really gets that opportunity because he usually comes off the bench or he starts against really weak teams. Now he gets the stage. The stage is there. I know Turkish people love him. Let me see Arda Güler ball out because so far, most of the youngsters have been balling out with Jude Bellingham and Lamine Yamal playing really good games to start this tournament.
Yeah.
Luis Melo says, I agree, Soltero. Fuck Madrid.
There we go. There we go, Luis.
We got some more love. Pablo Montalvo says, love the podcast too. Can't wait for more games and more give and go. Dude, I can't wait for this Thursday because once Copa America starts, I'm already seeing so many people have takes about your takes regarding the USA. People responding to what I think about Mexico, what we think about South American teams. I want it to all unfold live on the channel. It's going to be crazy, bro. And we're going to be able to go to games too.
Dude, and the more I'm thinking about it, the more excited I get for that Argentina-Canada opener. I don't know. Canada might be able to do something. They might be able to. So I think this is going to be a banger of an opener. Then we got the USA on Sunday against Bolivia. Dude, Copa America and yours at the same time. I'm going to be high 24/7. That's just going to be get that atmosphere injected into my soul.
Sober up, bro. Sober the fuck up.
Not when it's the summer of football, bro.
Ivan Poshedny says, as a Ukrainian, I was expecting this to be a tricky and not an easy group, but I didn't expect us to be trash like this. I still believe in our team, but kudos to Romania. Euros have been great. Ukraine has it tough now, man. They have it so tough. Is it enough to not make it out of the group now?
It was just such a bad performance. I mean, obviously, you get one mess up in the group stage, given that there's 3 games. So it's not over for the Ukraine. It really isn't. They have the footballers to be successful. They just have to come out with a better mentality, be up for more physical duels in their next 2 games. And there is still hope for Ukraine if they do that.
How far can Iraq make it to the Euros? Team Frost have been posting this message the entire stream.
I love it.
We got to answer it. How far does Iraq go? Do they make it out of the group stage?
Yeah, I think they'd be able to get out of the group stage unless they're in some sort of group of death. But Iraq is, I think, one of the best teams in the AFC, especially right now. They're one of the more informed teams as well. I think they could definitely get out of the group stage of the Euros.
Round of 16 exit, though?
Yeah, unless it's a really favorable draw.
Yeah.
Then they could get to the quarters, but I would put my money on a round of 16.
Round 16. That's still really impressive for, I would say, an AFC side to get into the round 16 of the Euros. And they have the potential to punch up to really strong teams' levels. So I agree with that. Scroll up for me, producer Rudd. I saw some more things up top. Let me see if there's anything else before I close. Reynoso hairline reveal. Let's see if you really need to go to Turkey. I mean, it runs in the family, bro. It runs in the family.
It's actually not that bad.
It's not that bad, but it's substantial. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hey, damn, bro.
Man,
damn. Reynoso or Donovan, relax, dude. It's not that bad. 5 head, that's a good one. 5 head's good. Mexico stressing you out. Damn, we gotta close this chat out before, bro. I don't like this. I don't like how this is ending, bro. I'm getting the fuck out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Shit,
we'll catch y'all tomorrow, and I'll see you all soon, guys. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe on your way out. Till tomorrow, guys. God damn, dude.